but he had nothing to offer me. By the fourth day, I was swaying again, refusing to sleep without her, but knowing it would come. That night, I tried sleeping with my pajamas on in hopes that all her fucking flowers and cookies would keep the dreams away, or maybe make me dream of her instead. But it didn't fucking work. I still had the dream, and I still woke up crying and shaking like a fucking baby 2 hours later. I began smoking again that night. I had quit ever since we began sleeping again. But now I fucking needed it. I stepped out onto my balcony and stared at the lattice, wishing she was climbing up it in her black hoodie. I was fucking pathetic. On the fifth day, I raided Daddy C's stash of amphetamines again. He had graciously restocked since I had been sleeping, and I used them rather liberally. I bought a new sketchbook, and I sketched my girl all night long, glancing over at the sofa ever so often just to stir her memory. I still wore the goddamn pajamas every single night. And by the seventh day, her smell had completely faded from the dark flannel and white cotton. I tried downloading the song, All the Pretty Little Horses. I put my iPod earbuds in and lie down in my pajamas in the bed and played it. But it was all fucking wrong. It didn't work. The dreams came. Except now they had a creepy song in the background. I gave up on that the first time. I was so fucking tired. I'd walk around the school and house in a numb daze, just trying with everything in me not to go to sleep. Plenty of things came back the eighth day. The tunnel vision, the slight shreds of memory loss, the complete fucking inability to concentrate on anything. I had become the irritable asshole again. I didn't blame Jazz when he decided to leave during lunches with Brandon. In fact, I preferred it. I think he probably knew that shit. Every day I ate a new bag of cookies. It was the only thing I had left of the routine. Sometimes I'd get impatient and almost eat an extra bag. But I never fucking did. One a day was all I allowed myself. All the food I made tasted shit, and I was hungry. But I was too fucking tired to really notice or give a shit. On the ninth night, I climbed down to the gazebo in nothing but my pajamas, hoping the cold December wind would just keep me the fuck awake. All the quiet and silence just made me feel even more tired. It was empty. I was just counting the days one by one, and they bled into each other slowly. There was no night, and there was no day. It was just one big lump of shit running together. On the 10th day, Carlisle dragged my zombie ass out Christmas shopping. He fucking knew something was up, and he tried all afternoon to force it out of me, but there wasn't shit I could possibly tell him. He walked around the mall in Port Angeles all day, sparing me wary sideways glances that made me want to fucking scream. 10 o'clock was always the worst time of day. I would always wonder where Bella was and how she was coping, and wishing like hell I could be there to hold her when she cried, because I knew she would. My room was fucking empty without her. Everything had little impressions and whispers of her in their every fiber. I kept telling myself that my fears were irrational. My girl would come back, and she'd still want to see me and hum me to sleep, and maybe fucking kiss me a little more too. I didn't care how much of her she gave me, I just needed something. But the doubt was always there. Fear that I scared her away, that I hurt her too fucking much, and she'd never let me fix it again. If I even could. It was so completely reminiscent of another beautiful person who used to hum me to sleep every night. By the 11th night, I was tired of trying to stay awake in my room, so I wandered around the mansion. When Em and Carlisle fell asleep, I ended up in the dark kitchen. The clock was the only thing I could hear. The constant ticking, each one bringing my girl closer to me. I sat at the table just listening to it, fighting to keep my eyes open and my head upright, while I ate my last bag of cookies. Rocky Road Reprieve. They were hard and nearly stale, and still fucking delicious. And while I was eating them I was saying goodbye and letting go. Just in case. Just in fucking case history repeated itself, and she didn't want to be my girl anymore.